damn self. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Dion. And I'm Ronald from Baltimore, Maryland.
I'm Frank.
Shout out to Mountain View, California. What up, Mountain View? Thanks for tuning in.
What's good, Mountain View? Holla.
Whoop, whoop. All right, so the topic that I have for today is two successful racehorses can't be together. It's better the successful racehorse be with a less successful donkey. This was brought to us by a 90s British show that's on Comedy Central called Absolutely Fabulous. The joke, of course, is a metaphor, but why might this be true? When is it not true? And how do you feel personally about it? And I'm going to throw it out there to you, Ron, first. Oh, my God. Like, when I read it and I was thinking about it, I was like, ooh, how dumb is that? I'm sorry for anybody who believes that. But I want somebody who is going to invest and pour as much into me as I am them so that we can build and prosper together. I get the concept of what they're saying, but that seems to be a little bit of envy and jealousy going on, and that they're in competition with each other instead of partnering and building together. So for me, I personally want someone who is equally putting in and taking out as much as I am so we can build together. That's my thought.
I like it. Cool.
All right. And you, Frank?
Okay. So, listen, I 100% agree with Ronald about that. But unfortunately, this is true for most relationships because people think that better than and less than are things that they bring to a relationship. And so it's like what Ronald said, like relationships nowadays are among competitions, and there are among competitions because of like the heteronormative roles. So, like, the man has to bring home the bacon. The man has to take care of the house. I mean, like, the household bills, expenses, take care of the family, while the woman just maintains the house. So, with that respect, it is true, and a lot of people believe that, although they won't admit it. I personally think it's stupid. Like, I think I can do bad by my damn self, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, if I'm involving somebody in my life partnership, we are going to work together. They're going to lift me up. I'm going to lift them up. If I win, they win. If they lose, we lose, but we still win later on. So those are my thoughts. Personally, it wouldn't work for me. Like, I mean, we're both going to be successful. We're both going to win, and I'm not going to be jealous of my partner winning more, or that's it. You know, I have to just say something real quick to what you said. And as a certified life coach, it's like, when I look at the dynamic that you just said, even in that dynamic, we can make it prosper where you may not bring money in as I do, but in the household, you should be equally putting in into the relationship as much that it doesn't matter that it's not money, but I still feel like I have a partner instead of an athlete, a competitor. A dependent. Yeah, dependent. So I'll throw into that also the fact that, you know, there's a saying of do not unequally yoke yourself with someone. So with me, when I think about those things, you know, it's more like it's not just your job, it's your finances, it's personality, it's beliefs and whatever you believe spiritually, and, you know, just your connection to that person, you know. So with me, I feel it's one of those things where I want to be with someone that's going to balance me out. So I may be making more money than you, or you might be making more money than me, but that's not the relationship. The money isn't the relationship. What we do, I be a lawyer, you be a janitor, that doesn't matter what we are. It's about what connection we have physically, mentally, and spiritually. So with that, I don't agree with that battling and stuff and all that as far as two people being racehorses and all that. It's about how you connect with someone else. Okay. So a question was posed. So let's take your relationship, for example, Leon, and let's just say that you were the, air quote, least successful one in the relationship. Like, what would that look like for you?
Okay, so if that was the case for me, it would be one of those things. I mean, it's kind of hard to say because we're both very successful, so.
I know it's a stretch.
I'm just trying to figure. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem. The thing is, it's like if I'm
successful, I'm making the money and stuff like that, I will take care of the things I need to take care of financially, and in return, I probably will ask them to take care of the things that I can't take care of. So if I'm away a lot of the times, then the house is being neglected. So I would want them to try to take care of those things. Or if I'm home and I'm cooking, I would want them to go ahead and take care of the cleaning. Or whatever the situation is, balance me out, so whatever I can't take care of or whatever I can't do, you're going to take care of for me. Even if it's the fact that, hey, I'm too busy, can you make sure you pay all the bills? I'll put the money in the account, you take care of the finances and taking care of that part for me, so I don't have to worry about going to work, then coming home and trying to pay the bills and trying to cook and trying to take up some of the responsibilities that I can't take care of when I'm not there.
Okay. Oh, I like it. So, how do you feel? So here's the thing that people kind of like subscribe to. Like, the more successful person kind of wears the pants, and they kind of like are more dominant and versus like maybe controlling. How would you handle that if you were the least successful one and you were with a person that would be like, you know what? I make all this money, so you're gonna do this, this, and this, and this, and this. Like, how do you feel about that? Both of y'all. Go ahead.
I've actually lived that experience.
Oh, tell us about it. Come on.
And so, in living that experience, one of the things that I had to do was to build up for me and knowing who I was. And so, it's like both of us lead in our own way. When it came to being responsible, I was the lead in that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they were the lead breadwinner, they wasn't good at making sure everything was done on time or before time.
There you go.
So therefore, I was a winner in that area, and I was able to bring that to the table where it brought forth a discussion where there's no big I's and little U's in here. Let's get this straight right now. We're going forward. We're going together. Not one of us leading the other. We just have our strengths and we have our opportunities where hopefully you're strong in that area so I don't look weak.
Mm-hmm. How did he handle that conversation? Because a lot of people don't know how to deal with that.
It was one of those, I got to eat it and let it digest before I can actually regurgitate in a way that is subtle. In the beginning, it was an argument.
Mm-hmm.
But after some time and thought on it, they was able to recognize my strengths as well.
That's cool. So,
And one thing to throw into that's the key thing, is having an open communication line with you and your significant other. If you have that open communication line, it may be tough, it may be rough, and you might have a conflict, arguments, and fights over a lot of stuff, but if you're open to listen from another perspective, then you can work some compromise out with that. And that's the key thing, is compromise.
mm-hmm. Cool.
I mean, I think about two people being successful. You know, I'm busy doing what I got to do. My schedule doesn't work with your schedule, but we got to compromise how we're going to build this relationship together.
Yeah. Cool.
So, I mean, it's nice to make a lot of money, but if you don't have time to spend it and do things together, it's almost worthless.
You better say that. You better say that.
Like, listen, I 100% agree with that. Can I tell you guys about my asshole ex for a second?